Hello there. This is remember this is Brian Maldonado, the voice of reason. Um, I have been coming I've been coming across a lot of people lately who have been dealing with guy friends who can't take the hint, who just don't like them like that. Um, and just recently came across a guy who was getting jealousy, and I'm not gonna lie, I used to get jealous and weird and insecure. So I figured I might as well be the voice of reason and kind of give Um, these are a few signs. Now, I figured I could do a top 5 list or top 13 list, but I'm going to lose count and I'm just going to talk. So, um, if you want to comment below and tell me how many of these things, these signs I may point out, be my guest. All right, let's get started. You get jealous and weird. All right, nothing is more of a turnoff to women than a jealous man. Unless she's some narcissistic prissy bitch who's trying to turn men against each other just so she could use them for money or whatever sick, selfish reason. A lot of girls do that. Um, it always ends the same way with them in the long run. You can't outrun karma. Yeah, just nothing pisses off a woman or makes her going to get away from you faster than jealousy. Also, yeah, another one is trying too damn hard to get a woman's attention. You you run over from the other side of the room every time she enters a room. You show her things that she just clearly doesn't want to look at. Like, hey, check these pictures out. And she'll probably roll her eyes or just stand back like this and be like, that's nice. Very cool. Guys, if a woman does that to you, you've made her uncomfortable. Honestly, she's saying that's cool, but the reality is she doesn't give two shits. She doesn't give one iota of a fuck. I mean, she has a whole pocket full of fucks, and she's not going to give you any of them. Because she doesn't want to. Because you went out of your way to talk to her from all the way across the room, and you showed her pictures she just doesn't want to see. Sorry. You don't respect any boundaries when people tell you no. This is one I dealt with. Told the guy, I don't want you to know my girlfriend's name. I don't want you to know anything about her. I don't want you talking to her. The person's house we were at said, even said, leave her alone. Did he do that? No, he came all the way from across the room, made it a point to shake her hand. And later on, I said to him, there was a reason why I said that. And the girl said, I don't get it. What's wrong with him? I said, well, that guy is a sex offender. There are websites like instantcheckmate.com. You can look up whatever state you're living in's registry to see what kind of people you're really dealing with. All you need is a name and a date of birth, and these websites will tell you anything about that person. The reality is, in the long run, you have to consider that, when people tell you no, chances are your friends know something about you that they just don't want their normal friends to know about. Or in general, you're just a socially awkward person who's got some emotional problems and you never listen. Not respecting any boundaries is a creepy behavior. You blow up their phone and call them way too much. You people up way too much. Okay. Again, this does not apply for a woman. This is all guys. Guys, nothing is more creepy and infuriating and annoying to a woman than somebody who calls her and calls her 50 times a day. Now, I can honestly tell you that if you're calling a woman 15 to 20 times a day in a row and she's not answering you, if she doesn't answer after the first 3 times, stop calling her. That's a creep. That's another sign you're a creep. Now, you're overly sensitive and emotional and get attached way too quick. Sorry. Real love builds up over time. Unless you're one of those rare people where you wear your heart up your sleeve and you come across somebody else who's just like you, it's just not going to happen. You get way attached to way too quickly. You cry a lot, and you get hurt way too easily when you two, if you and a girl are sleeping together or seeing each other, and she says "I love you," she might not know it. She might not actually mean it. A lot of times, you know how a guy will say anything just to get a woman's pants. Guess what? A woman will say just about anything to you in that situation to get you to give her some really good sex. And women do it too. Don't make it right, but they do it. Sorry. Let's see if I left anything out. Oh, yeah. Most importantly, if any of these apply to you, you need some serious therapy. You need a lot of help. I mean, a lot of help. I could sit there and tell you 6 ways from Sunday, but in the long run, you're insecure. You got some issues. Nobody taught you how to have proper interpersonal relationship skills. Ideally, you clearly either you had a very distant relationship with your mother, and she didn't take the time to teach you how to be in a healthy, intimate, romantic relationship. Or in general, you come from a very dysfunctional home, and you need a lot of therapy. I mean, there's help out there. There's psychiatrists. There's therapy. There's things. There's mental health clinics. It don't make you a nut job. It don't make you a bad person. You're not Martini in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, where he goes, you're not Danny DeVito in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It just means that you have some problems. And if any of these apply to you, get some help. Forget getting married. Forget being in a relationship. Get some help. Oh, yeah. Most importantly, if your best friend is a girl and you grew up together, this is not The Notebook. This is not Great Expectations. This is not The Swan Princess. You have seen way too many movies. It doesn't mean you're going to marry her. It doesn't mean you're going to have 2 little babies in a house with a picket fence. You're going to have a happy ending while you hear Michael Bolton singing in the background with the credits rolling up. No, this is not a movie. In reality, you may fall in love with your best friend who's a girl or a guy, but somebody always will sidle into the picture. Sorry. All right. You need to sit down and talk to people, and also here's a food for thought. Get a guy friend or a female friend, somebody who is going to listen and not tell anybody else. You're being open and honest. Be candid and honest. Tell them, I always thought it'd be like that, and listen for them to give you a jolt, verbally, cold glass of water dose of reality, where they'd say, okay, you've seen too many movies. You need to wake up. Reality paints a much different picture. I guarantee you that if any of these signs that I pointed out apply to you, you need to get help. You need to work on you, and that's a lot of dating. There's a lot of that one person that you could settle down with will always elude you. Get help. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being real. This is a member of the Voice of Reason. Aho.